Hi, my name is Kristyn VanCleve, and this is my video acceptance for my scholarship from the Foundation for Blended and Online Learning. Digital education is so different from a traditional education in more ways than just one is in a building and the other is online. Understanding that fact was the first step to really letting digital education transform me. As an online high school student, I had to learn to take charge of my own education. It takes so much more responsibility to be accountable for logging in every day and doing your work online without a teacher behind you to tell you what to do, than to just show up at a traditional school and let the bells and the teacher rule your schedule. I had to create my own schedule and my own task list for every day, and every day was different. I learned to develop the work ethic to complete everything and be accountable for everything I needed to be doing. There's no room for my dog ate my homework in an online school. There's no room for fog delays or sick days. I had to be completely responsible. Everything had to get done, and I was the one responsible for making that happen. It took a little while for me to get used to that, but now I realize how much I have changed from taking on the role of an online student. I have become a more dedicated and hardworking student because of the opportunity online schooling gave me to take charge of my own learning. Online learning has also transformed me by allowing me to take on so many opportunities that I wouldn't have been able to take on in a traditional school. With the flexibility of schooling online and creating your own schedule comes the ability to schedule your day-to-day activities around your schooling instead of the other way around. As a dancer, singer, actress, musician, and writer, this fact has made all the difference in allowing me to pursue my goals and dreams. I was only able to do music videos and choreograph pieces and work on my music and record covers and write novels and do book signings because of the flexibility that online schooling gave me. My school schedule was always easy to schedule around my extracurricular interests. The same innovations that allowed programs like Skype and FaceTime to exist allowed my online classroom experience to thrive through Blackboard classes where I was able to chat in real time with my fellow students and my teachers. This granted me the experience of being able to talk with my classmates and my teachers, much like a student in a traditional school would. I didn't miss out on any social aspects of school like seemingly everyone told me I would. I am truly lucky to be a student in this day and age where I have access to so many innovations that have transformed education itself. There are so many math programs, for example, that allowed me to understand and appreciate my calculus, algebra, and geometry courses. There are so many pieces of software that allowed me to break apart my essays and better revise them. Also, having innovations like smartphones and tablets, combined with having a digital education, allowed me to take my education wherever I went. This was especially important for when I was in rehearsals or even backstage during shows and could get a few seconds of studying or a homework problem done. I think it's interesting that the word teachers is put into quotes here, and I think that reflects society's views of what a teacher in an online school could possibly be. I think too many people perceive an online school as a home school where my mom or my dad is my teacher and they don't really know enough to teach me correctly, and so I never learn much or get into good colleges. But on the contrary, my teachers were people with degrees in their fields and an eagerness to help me succeed. Now, that being said, I definitely did see teachers' roles change since beginning high school. Especially being in an online school and being able to take advantage of online classes that were specifically designed to help me transition out of high school and succeed in the real world. My teachers went from being people who were just in charge of scheduling my tasks and making sure I got everything done, to people who trusted me to make sure I was responsible and accountable for getting everything done. and then were there to help me through tough processes, answer my questions, and help me devise the plans I needed to successfully obtain my high school diploma. And most importantly, give me the tools and advice I needed to transition into adult life. My view of teachers has changed so much since beginning high school. Teachers, in my eyes, have transformed from people who simply told me what to do and made sure I did everything I needed to do, to people who cared about so much more than my grades and more about my success in the real world. My high school education was completely online. I schooled through a program called K-12, and my school was California Virtual Academy. While at CAVA, which is the acronym CAVA for California Virtual Academy, I learned everything online. I read through lessons online. Everything was submitted through a Dropbox to my teachers. I, as I said earlier, was able to take advantage of classes through Blackboard Collaborate, which is like a Skype or a FaceTime program. So I was able to be in classes where my teachers were talking to me and I could ask questions and I could talk to my fellow students. So that helped a lot with my education. Digital courses, as I was saying earlier, really helped me be flexible and really helped me schedule all of my various activities. And that was so helpful to me, and it was such a lifesaver to have this education that I could do at all hours of the day. It was so helpful to be able to do assignments a month ahead or a couple days behind, because I could submit things whenever I wanted to as long as I got them in by the due dates at the end of the semester. So having that there was a lifesaver. I could go out and do my book signings or write my novels and not worry about school for a second. Not that school didn't come first, but the scheduling of it and the flexibility of it allowed me to plan it well around everything else, so I never felt like I was flooded and booked out with everything I was doing. I don't think I would have been able to write my novel or done as much with dance and choreography if I hadn't started an online education. Online schooling also helped me get my high school diploma in 3 years instead of 4. I was able to work ahead and have courses in the summer in order to fit all of my 4-year education into only 3 years. One of the other things that an online education allowed me to do was to be able to be concurrently enrolled at my high school and in my local community college, Bakersfield College. And that ties into my secondary plans a little bit. Because I already have half of my Associate of Arts for Transfer degree completed, I'm going to be spending 1 more year at Bakersfield College to obtain my AAT in kinesiology. So I'm only going to be spending 1 more year at the community college. Then I'm wanting to transfer out to a CSU. Either CSU Bakersfield or CSU Northridge is what I'm thinking. There, I want to obtain my Bachelor's of Kinesiology with a concentration in Allied Health, to then hopefully go on to get my Doctorate of Physical Therapy and become a physical therapist. If there's anything else you could know more about me, it's how much time I delve into the arts and how passionate I am about the arts. I've been playing the French horn for 6 years. It's something I love to do. I've been dancing for 15 years. I've recently become a choreographer, actually. I've been doing that for the past 4 years. I am the tap dance choreographer for my studio's competition team, and I've won regional and national overall high scores for my choreography, which is so amazing being so young and so new to the art. I've been teaching at my studio, and before that I was an assistant. I am a singer, I record covers, I'm an actress, and I'm actually making this summer as Lorraine Fleming in 42nd Street at Stars Dinner Theater. I also wrote a novel last year, and I'm having a sequel come out in September. And without online schooling, I definitely wouldn't have been able to write that novel if I would have been able to do all the other things I do. I've had so much success with it. I've been able to do signings at Barnes & Noble, and they've asked me back already without me having to do anything. It's nominated for 2 awards in the Reader's Favorite International Book Awards, and I'll find out results about that on September 1st. I love the arts, and online schooling has allowed me to pursue the arts and all of my goals that I wanted to achieve in the arts. Thank you so much for giving me this scholarship and allowing me to pursue my career in physical therapy by not having to worry about how much my books cost or my classes cost. I feel so honored to receive this and be a representative for a student who has had an online education and has really succeeded from it. Thank you so much.